After a while, we set our sights not just on completing Morrowind, but all of Tamriel, as it would be in the Third Era when Morrowind was set. Alongside Tamriel Rebuilt, we have a number of sister mods collectively called Project Tamriel. 2 of these sister mods, which you could play today, include Skyrim, Home of the Nords, and Project Cyrodiil. In Skyrim, Home of the Nords, Project Tamriel brings to life the land of Skyrim as it was described before the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. In its first 2 releases, players explored the stricken twin cities of Karthwasen and Dragonstar, both still reeling from their bloody conquest by the Nords 30 years ago. In the vast wilderness of the Reach, players encountered forgotten ruins of ancient empires, sparred with dangerous creatures, and met the many clans of the Reachmen. Skyrim, Home of the Nords, has multiple cities, 4 joinable factions, 6 quest lines, a joinable arena, and more than 60 standalone quests. In its next release, Skyrim, Home of the Nords will complete the lands of the Kingdom of the Reach and introduce players to the city of Markarthside, a mighty Nord stronghold on the Karth River. In the Markarth release, players will have a chance to take part in the vicious struggle for the succession of the kingdom as its old king nears death, joining new factions to bring Nord religion and culture to life, and finally resolve the decades-long division of the city of Dragonstar between Skyrim and Hammerfell. Alongside the massive trade hub of Karthwasen and the divided city of spies that is Dragonstar, Skyrim, Home of the Nords will be adding 2 new major settlements: the mighty throne city of Markarthside and the isolated fortress town of Bjornhall. The Reach groans under the weight of history and reverberates with the clash of cultures, all of which will culminate in this next release. A warlike tribe of Reachmen launch their raids from the mythic fortress of Old Hroldan, while Redguard rebels plot an uprising that will reverse their defeat in the War of Bendermach. Looming over everything is the illness of King Barda of the Reach and the schemes of his power-hungry Jarls in light of his imminent death. In addition to new questlines for the fighters, mages, and thieves guilds, Skyrim, Home of the Nords' next release will include the first introduction of the Dark Brotherhood to the greater Project Tamriel and Tamriel Rebuilt continuity. The Companions are a fully joinable faction with their own set of unique and appropriately Nordic mechanics, and the players can enroll themselves for a semester at the Imperial College of the Voice, enjoying all of the perks of student life. The Kingdom of the Reach itself will form the basis of our first main questline. In Abyssinian Shores, Project Cyrodiil's first release, players had the opportunity to visit the mighty port city of Anvil, the vast seas of the Abyssinian, and the beautiful hinterlands of the Strident Coast and the Daysec Marsh. For the first time, Morrowind players experienced the dynamic intrigues of Cyrodiilic politics, working for Queen Milona to protect her kingdom of Anvil, or working with a powerful merchant lord to unseat her. With the humble itinerant priests, players performed charity for the diverse faiths of the Imperial Heartland, and in the great bazaars, casinos, banks, and stock markets of Anvil, players encountered the most powerful force in the Empire: money. With over 100 quests and a large, fully realized world space, Project Cyrodiil, like Skyrim, Home of the Nords, is already fully playable, with 5 joinable factions, more than a dozen quest lines, and a fully playable arena fight pit, and more than 50 standalone quests. The next release of Project Cyrodiil, Salt and Spice, will introduce players to the Spire City of Such and the delicate balance between the Redguards and Imperials who call it home. Further inland, The craggy Colovian highlands conceal the fortresses of old, proud Colovian noble families and the tombs of their ancient ancestors. Meanwhile, the Imperial legions mobilize to face a powerful enemy, an Imperial war dragon gone rogue. Project Tamriel is also actively developing the first release of High Rock 427, Scars of the Shadow. This release will depict the rugged, war-torn lands of the Western Reach along High Rock's borders with Skyrim and Hammerfell. In the frosted Dragonfields, cultures and corporations collide around the headwaters of the mighty Bjolze River. Further north, a shaky peace holds between the Eastern realms of the Bretons and the Nords of Hafenheim who menace their lands. And in the taverns, whispers fly about the fate of the Starteeth, priceless shards of starlight entrusted to 7 wizards decades ago. The shadow of conflict, long defeated, looms again. Finally, Project Tamriel's newest active project, Project Hammerfell, has begun work on the southern part of the province. The first release will feature the Republic of Rihad, a powerful merchant state on the Abyssinian Sea. With the centuries-old tensions between Forebear and Crown long resolved, Project Hammerfell will introduce new challenges afflicting modern Hammerfell as it navigates an era of political and cultural upheaval. Beyond the rich streets of Rihad, players will wander the desolate landscapes of the Helcori wastes and plumb the depths of ancient Dwarven and Yoku strongholds. Thank you to everyone who watched and enjoyed our presentation. It was a great honor to be a part of Creation ModCon this year and to make our contribution to the fight against cancer. We hope you all enjoy this handcrafted and lovingly created world. Visit the addresses on screen now to learn more, and we hope you look forward to exciting new adventures in the years to come.